To be back, 20 laps coming up. What can Marc Marquez do? Does Pecco win his first race, or does Pol Espargaro? Atmosphere awaits as we get closer to action in MotoGP. Round 12 of the MotoGP World Championship. Lights out! Good start there from Fabio Quartararo. Pecco Bagnaia did not get away well. Pol Espargaro will lead into Becky's section for the first time. Alex Espargaro's had a superb start, just what he wanted. Up from 6th to 3rd. It's the Espargaro brothers, 1st and 3rd. Oh, he said he wanted to learn from 1 or 2 riders. At the moment, he can't see anyone. He has got an 8 or 9 bike length lead. They're all getting in the slipstream down the back straight here into Bagnaia, who finds a way through at turn number 8. Bagnaia back in second. Marquez has taken down Martin. They had a bit of a nudge over at turn 7. And natural DNF for the 8 times world champion. Pol Espargaro leads, number 44 from 63. Bagnaia, Alacia's place, ladies and gentlemen. 6th place, Joan Mir, the world champion, is there as well. It's an Espargaro 1-2. Pol Espargaro, but brilliant on the brakes and the Brooklands. He made that move look simple. No problem for Pol. 1 lap completed here. His crew chief Santi Hernandez looks on.
An early batter, Marc Marquez. He was in great form, a podium potential last time out in Austria when he crashed. Injury this year, and then another one's gone back in today.
Marc Marquez then, the Repsol Honda rider, crashes out. Let's see what wide, and then they'll go down the hill and into turn 8. Martin gets it a little bit hot inside. You'll see him looked at upstairs in race direction.
He really will, yeah. I don't think you can really apportion any blame for the first contact. Jorge Martin was committed. Marquez on the outside. For me, that was a racing incident. The stewards will have a very close look at that one between Marquez and Martin. The second.
In 3rd is Bagnaia, in 4th the championship leader Quartararo, and then it's Miller, Mir, Rossi, Rins, Zarco and Nakagami.
Together on a Premier Class podium. I might be getting a bit carried away here. It's early days, but we've got this
Espargaro brothers first here across the line. Pol Espargaro leads, but the fastest lap is his brother Aleix in 2nd.
Yeah, quite a bit quicker as well on Pecco Bagnaia, who's just set his personal best lap of the race as well. Bagnaia about 2/10 slower than Aleix Espargaro ahead of him. Been much more like it this weekend from Valentino Rossi. He's been much more opponent fixture inside the top 10. That's a late lunge, a late attack on the brakes.
Too late.
So
had a little bit of a spat, shall we say, on circuit.
Brothers up in arms, wasn't it?
Now then, here is Jake Dixon, number 96, and he's behind Miguel Oliveira and Cal Crutchlow. Quartararo, that's lovely. Number 20, the world championship leader, up the inside.
Was able to run that tighter line through the loop. There was just no way that Bagnaia could respond. Now it's all about getting the crucial drive now out of aim. They can set about focusing on hunting down the Espargaro boys.
On board here with Pecco Bagnaia, number 63, the Italian. His teammate Alex Rins in 7th. Both he and Rossi have dropped back a bit.
Fastest man on circuit is the world champion. Joan Mir's about to make a move very, very quickly on Thriller Miller ahead of him. Mir, best lap of the race, a 2:00.647. That was
tyres. This bodes very well for Joan Mir to be in this position and this fast at this stage of the race.
It really does. Nothing going at the moment for Brad Bitt, 12th, just behind Alex Marquez. Taki Nakagami, despite his tummy troubles, in 10th place.
Leading group. We're now on board with Aleix Espargaro on the Aprilia, soon to be joined by Maverick Vinales. This would be
Pol Espargaro is the only man in the top 9 that went for that Michelin soft rear tyre. So it's a line from Aleix Espargaro. Espargaro could not keep turning in on the Aprilia to go through Aintree and run his normal line. That was beautifully done by Quartararo.
The Aprilia rider has gone from 2nd back to 4th. That was a textbook move from Fabio Quartararo.
Yeah, now then the rest of them showed the pace in FP4. He showed the rhythm that he could potentially break away. Aleix Espargaro trying to respond immediately on Pecco Bagnaia.
Ground in the meantime in the background there, Joan Mir, the world champion, number 36 on the blue Suzuki, desperately trying to find a way past.
Great to see the Rizzi, so Mir's got his hands full trying to find a way through on the Australian.
Fabio Quartararo is in a prime.
Keep tussling. We're going to let Pol Espargaro and Fabio Quartararo make a bit of a decisive break.
Wrong so far this year. We know that he's got the rhythm to get through. I don't think Pol Espargaro would have expected after this point.
You can just see there, back in your picture, Rossi just struggling to run the pace of the 7 men ahead of him. He's losing confidence. Now then, Quartararo, when he's been in this situation previous years, got to the front, and then for 2 or 3 laps he's put the hammer.
Difficult man to stop in the meantime. Mir had gone past Miller, but no surprise. On the power, down the hanger straight. Ducati uses the Bologna.
Yeah, and you make that move there and he knows that there's nobody. It's the tightest part of Silverstone. Everybody else is not going to be able to find a way through on Pol Espargaro. Months ago, he found nearly 6/10 of a second on the Spaniard in 2nd place. Quartararo now is trying to make that crucial break.
Of Great Britain, Fabio Quartararo looking to extend his championship lead. This would be a hammer. Both Rins and Mir then are now through on Jack Miller. Here's Marc Marquez. He's finally made his way back to
Espargaro, on Espargaro, down into Vale, turn number 8. Aleix he'll have the inside line going through, up in his second place.
Yeah, he's got to try and hunt down Fabio Quartararo now. That gap is a second the Frenchman has over.
Right here on the previous lap where Quartararo took the lead, and in that lap he's immediately found 1 second. This is what Fabio early on, he waited for the tyres to get up to temperature, he waited for the fuel load to lighten that little bit, and once he gets to the front, and now this spells danger for the chasing pack, because Quartararo's checking out at the moment.
I rather fancy that's the moment when he's got 3 or 4 bikes up ahead of them.
Quartararo has just set the fastest lap of the race, 2:00 now in Silverstone, and really break away from the chasing pack. Aleix Espargaro doing everything he can to hang in there, but
he's up into 8th. He's just gone past Valentino Rossi. You'll be able to see them in the background there. Nakagami also with them. So the race winner here in 2019 moves up into 5th.
Yeah, the two factory Ducatis are going the wrong way. He's such a finesse rider, so silky smooth. He's such a textbook riding style, Alex Rins, behind race leader Fabio Quartararo. That was round 3.
He must see the checker flag today though. Yeah, Alex Rins
100%.
after too many crashes. He's lapping in the 202s, which for his debut Grand Prix is not bad at all.
We talked about how the problems were building for Pecco Bagnaia. That last lap from the Italians on Pol Espargaro, he set that all up through Village. Set it up through Village, pinched the inside line for Pol Espargaro, going into the
Alex Rins. You never know what you're going to get on a Sunday from him, and he's showing here what he's made of. He loves this Silverstone circuit, that famous 7th. That would be a disappointing day at the office for the Bologna boys if it stays like that, and there's already been a big
late choice to go to the soft front tyre as it backfired spectacularly. But for the Italian, doesn't look like he's going to be world champion leader and runaway British Grand Prix leader Fabio Quartararo, who now leads by nearly 2.3 seconds as they go.
Albiciano, of course, just getting interviewed by Italian television. I bet the nerves are jangling there. We're getting closer to half race.
All session Saturday afternoon, FP4, that 30-minute session. That's when you really get an indication of where the rides are at in terms of race to and Aleix Espargaro. So this is going to form.
Yeah, and it looks that way. It looks that way. 8 laps teammate Pecco Bagnaia, not close enough this time around. Into the loop we go at turn 40. But fans around Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote on board here with Jack Miller. Is he going to be able to go through? He is going to have a look.
Sent for Pecco Bagnaia. What a day this could be. This could be a real shift in the championship picture. Johann Zarco's just nowhere. He's way down in 12th place. He's not been at the races all weekend. Johann Zarco struggled with. This could be the day we look back on and think this was one of the key moments if Fabio Quartararo does win the 2020.
9th at the moment ahead of Taka Nakagami. Brad Binder is in 11th. No heroics from him, unfortunately, today. Although started the race with a hard, I can tell you that is not the case. He's out there on a medium rear tyre as well. He too has just put in his fastest.
In these kind of cool temperatures, he didn't. Now then, back with the battle for second place. It's still advantage of last clear now of these 3 Spaniards. Aleix Espargaro on the Aprilia. Still keeping Alex Rins, putting up a resolute fight. The poleman in 4th place. There you go, Aprilia Racing have never taken a podium finish in the modern very job. Wouldn't it be just so typical of MotoGP? Just days after Maverick Vinales, the top really in the top 3.
They've worked so hard in the Aprilia factory in Noale, Italy. They deserve a podium. Here is the 2019 British Grand Prix winner. There's Jorge Martin. Unfortunately, his race came to an end on the open. Here comes Alex Rins as he gets a bit closer to Aleix Espargaro in the hunt for second place.
Yeah, Jorge Martin's always said how much he was relishing on that opening lap through turn 7 and 9, but yet he lives to fight another day, and Jorge Martin will be back strong in Aragon. Now pressure, 3rd of this season had even been completed.
Oh, it's wide. Aleix Espargaro is wide, Matt, and that's going to allow through Alex Rins. He takes
the first and won't be the last man to make that mistake in this British Grand Prix, but it's dropped him right back into the clutches now of younger. We know the Aprilia, it's so good at tyre management, so good at nursing its tyres, particularly the rear, over the full race. His rivals, Matt does use the rear tyre a little bit quicker, but he expressed no major concern about rear tyre life.
The fastest man on circuit last time, and Alex Marquez, the 2nd fastest. He's flying, the LCR Honda rider, a massive fan of this Silvia of the Marquez brothers here. He's up into 8th place at the moment and is soon to be 7th.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, really. Here he knows that this is a disastrous result for the championship, with Quartararo now over 3 seconds.
Miller has also on that last lap gone through on Joan Mir as well, so Jack Miller is now up into 5th place.
It looks like a bit of a Zarco still in 12th place. He's all over the rear tyre at the moment of Rossi, who sadly is not able to continue his.
Not his first podium at 2021. He was in this position back in Portugal behind Fabio Quartararo to have a proper bare knuckle fight with his brother for the remaining podium spot.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that at over 200 miles an hour and more than just fan